BTM. BTM.
Semua on video Tanzizin.
Mahkamah bangun.
Dengan izin ya, persidangan mahkamah pada hari ini dijalankan secara sidang video atas persetujuan semua pihak berikutan Perintah Kawalan Pergerakan yang berkuat kuasa sehingga 20 Disember 2020. Hakim yang bersidang pada hari ini adalah Yang Arif Hakim Dato Sri Mariana binti Haji Yahya. Petisyen untuk Peguam Masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara di Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Pempetisyen pertama WA-18-30-01-2020 Jafinda Singh Sidhu anak lelaki Jaswan Singh.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Harjit Singh, Peguam pengusul yang hadir bagi pihak pempetisyen pertama pada sesi ini.
Dengan izin Yang Arif,
Tak ada.
saya Jafinda Singh Sidhu anak lelaki Jaswan Singh, pempetisyen pertama pada sesi ini.
Baru je ada.
Yang mana wakil daripada Peguam Negara? Dengan izin Yang Arif, Arina Azmin binti Ahmad Mazuki bagi pihak yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia. Yang Cik Alex.
It pleases you, my lady. Alex Chang for the Bar Council.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, menginjiarkan bagi Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan juga menyebut bagi Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Negeri Selangor.
Baik.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran untuk menyambung ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya.
With leave, my lady, may I introduce the petitioner Jafinda Singh Sidhu, son of Jaswant Singh. The petitioner was born on 25th of March 1995 in Kuala Lumpur and is the youngest child of Mr. Jaswant Singh and Madam Jaswant Kaur. My lady, the petitioner picked up an interest in law as he grew up watching his father handling criminal investigations, as the petitioner's father was in the police force for over 40 years and recently retired in 2019 with the post of Kedua Police Malaya. My lady, with having passion for the legal profession and the ambition of becoming a lawyer, the petitioner started his legal studies in Brickfields Asia College in 2013, where he completed the Cambridge International Examination A-levels in 2014. Then, he pursued to read law at Brickfields Asia College in 2015 for 2 years, before completing his final year at University of Wales, Aberystwyth in United Kingdom, and graduated with a second-class honours upper division in 2018. My lady, In the course of his degree, the petitioner was awarded the Brickfields Asia College Merit Scholarship from Aberystwyth University in the year 2017. Thereafter, he completed his certificate in legal practice in a single sitting from a Legal Profession Qualifying Board, Malaysia 2019. The petitioner completed his pupillage on 3rd October 2020 in the chambers of my learned friend, Mr. David Dave Peter of Gerald Gomez and Associate. The petitioner was given full exposure in civil and criminal litigation during his pupillage in the firm. Now, having completed his 9-month journey as a pupil, the petitioner is about to mark his entry into the legal profession as an advocate and solicitor. Today, the petitioner would like to take the opportunity to express his utmost gratitude to his parents for their invaluable support and encouragement, without which the petitioner would not have been able to achieve this milestone in his life. They have been a pillar of support since day one, and the petitioner strongly believes that no other word would do justice to describe how thankful he is to his parents. The petitioner would also like to thank his brother and sister-in-law in the encouragement of his pursuit in reading law from the very beginning. Moreover, the petitioner would also like to convey his heartfelt and special thanks to his pupil master, Mr. David Dave Peter, for all the guidance and invaluable learning experience throughout the 9-month journey. In addition, the petitioner is thankful to the managing partner of the firm, Dato Gerald Gomez, for all the legal guidance and life lessons. Not forgetting, the petitioner wishes to thank his special friends who have been part of his journey to becoming a qualified lawyer today. My lady, I believe the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. I believe all the petitioner's papers are in order, and that my learned friend from the Attorney General's Chambers, the Bar Council, and the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee, respectively, have no objections in this petition. My lady, I humbly pray that petitioner Javvinder Singh Sidhu, anak laki Jaswant Singh, to be admitted as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
Ada bantahan dari pihak Peguam Negara ya, Arif?
Please see, my lady. The Bar Council has no objections.
Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan, Ya Arif.
Baik, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Encik Javvinder Singh Sidhu, anak lelaki Jaswant Singh, sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya, dan juga memerintahkan nama Encik Javvinder Singh Sidhu, anak lelaki Jaswant Singh, dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif. Dengan rendah diri, saya mohon kebenaran mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk membenarkan Pempetisyen untuk menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Silakan Encik Javvinder Singh Sidhu, anak lelaki Jaswant Singh.
Much obliged, my lady.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif.
Petisyen kedua WA-18-57-01-2020 Ham Shu Yi.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Toy Titun dan saya hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen kedua pada hari ini, Ham Shu Ying. Rakan-rakan yang bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili Yang Berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur telah pun diperkenalkan sebentar tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya.
I'm obliged, my lady. With your ladyship's permission, I'd like to say a few words about and on behalf of the petitioner Ham Shu Ying. The petitioner was born on the 9th of October 1995 as the youngest daughter to Mr. Ham Sin Po and Madam Leong Leng Leng. The petitioner attended the SJKC Puijin for her primary education before continuing her secondary education at SM Sung Siu in Sandakan, Sabah. The petitioner then elected to pursue a degree in law at the University of Leeds, graduating with a LLB Honours Second Class Upper Division, following which the petitioner completed the Bar Professional Training course at the City University of London and was called to the Bar of England and Wales on the 28th of November 2019. Thereafter, she commenced the pupillage at Messrs. True and Company and Chang and Arif under the guidance of my learned friend, Ms. Shamala Devi Balasundram. During her pupillage, I understand that the petitioner was exposed to various litigation matters, in particular matters relating to corporate and commercial disputes. On this significant and memorable day, the petitioner would like to express her utmost gratitude to her parents and her elder sisters, namely Dr. Grace Ham and Joyce Ham, for their unconditional love and support throughout the petitioner's journey towards becoming a qualified lawyer in Malaysia. The petitioner hopes that she has made her family proud today. The petitioner is immensely grateful to her pupil master for her patience, advice, and guidance. I have been made to understand that Ms. Shamla Devi has been a constant pillar of support for the petitioner and has shown a genuine desire in ensuring that the petitioner was able to benefit the most out of her 9 months pupillage experience. I'm also told that the pupil master has provided her with ample opportunities to learn and has offered invaluable advice concerning legal practice and general self-improvement. The petitioner has great admiration for her pupil master's work ethic and attention to quality of advocacy and hopes to emulate those qualities as she ventures further into her career in the legal profession. The petitioner is also thankful to the associates in her team, for it was under their guiding hands that the petitioner was given the luxury of making mistakes, like all of us when we first started, in her process of learning. They strive for excellence, I understand, in their work, and the petitioner hopes to take after them in that regard as well. Last but not the least, the petitioner would like to express her appreciation to her friends, both within and outside the firm, whose company support and encouragement have sustained her throughout the 9 months of her pupillage. Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah layak dan sesuai untuk diterima, masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Saya juga percaya bahawa semua dokumen Pempetisyen adalah teratur dan sesungguhnya percaya bahawa rakan-rakan yang bijaksana saya yang mewakili kesemua badan-badan yang berkenaan tiada sebarang bantahan. Oleh itu, saya rendah diri memohon perintah agar Pempetisyen Ham Shuying diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Ada bantahan ya, Arif?
The Bar Council have no objections, my lady. Much obliged.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, jawatan kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen yang menerima masuk Cik Ham Shuying sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Cik Ham Shuying dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya mohon agar Pempetisyen dibenarkan untuk menyarungkan jubah sendiri.
Silakan Cik Ham Shuying.
Much obliged, my lady.
I'm obliged, my lady.
Petisyen ketiga WA-18-149-01-2020 Tan Zizin.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Tan Zizin, pempetisyen ketiga dalam sesi ini.
Yes, Mr. Tan Zaiman. Please unmute your speaker.
Minta maaf Yang Arif, minta maaf.
Yeah.
Izin Yang Arif, saya Tan Zaiman hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen Tan Zain pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili Yang Berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah pun diperkenalkan awal tadi Yang Arif. Izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris Yang Arif. Terima kasih Yang Arif. My lady, may I introduce the petitioner Tan Zain Yang Arif. The petitioner was born in Kuala Lumpur on the 21st of October 1996 and is the eldest child of Mr. Tan Le Tot and Miss Chong Yok Ying. The petitioner read law at the University of Manchester where he graduated with his bachelor's degree in the year of 2018. And during his time at the university, the petitioner actively volunteered with the university's Legal Advice Center by providing pro bono legal advice in order that all members of the public may have access to justice, something which I believe, Yang Arif, is very vital and needed in this society in this day of pandemic where poverty is much rampant, Yang Arif. The petitioner then studied his bar professional training course at City University of London, where he was awarded with the grade of very competent in 2019. Upon completion of his bar studies, the petitioner commenced his pupillage at Mrs. Raja Dara and Law under the tutelage of my good friend Ms. Ho Shirley. Today, Yang Arif, the petitioner would like to take this opportunity to express his utmost gratitude towards his parents for their immense sacrifice and unconditional support, without which the petitioner would not have been able to achieve any milestones in his life. The petitioner is grateful for his parents' unwavering belief in him, even in the face of adversities, as well as their constant encouragement through his life's most challenging moments, up till now, that is. The petitioner would like to take this opportunity to quote Sir Isaac Newton's remark, being, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants." There is no doubt that the first giants in the petitioner's life will always and eternally be his parents. The petitioner also wishes to thank his sister Tan Su Fen for being his confidant and a source of inspiration throughout his life. The petitioner also like to extend his gratitude to her pupil mistress, Ms. Ho Shirley, for providing him with opportunities and guidance throughout his pupillage and for sharing her invaluable knowledge, experience, and wisdom with him. It was with her tutelage that the petitioner came to realize his interest in litigation. Last but not least, the petitioner would like to thank everyone at Raja Dara Law and his fellow pupils for making his pupillage experience a memorable one. Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa petition adalah sesuai dan layak untuk diterima masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya, bahawa semua surat cara Pempetisyen adalah teratur dan bahawa pihak-pihak yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai sebarang bantahan terhadap petition ini. Yang Arif. Maka saya pun agar Mahkamah yang mulia ini menerima masuk Pempetisyen sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Ada bantahan ya, Arif?
If you please, my lady, the Bar Council have no objections.
Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Encik Tan Zin sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Encik Tan Ji Sin dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Yang Arif, saya memohon akal kebenaran mahkamah untuk supaya Pempetisyen menjubahkan diri sendiri. Yang Arif.
Silakan Encik Tan Ji Sin. Yes, Mrs. Tan, you can robe yourself.
Much more obliged, my lady.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Pempetisyen keempat WA-18-901-06-2019 Muhammad Daniel Taqiyuddin bin Roslan.
Yes, Cik Muhammad Daniel.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Rozana binti Samsudin, Peguam Pengusul Pempetisyen Muhammad Daniel Taqiyuddin bin Roslan. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia Jabatan Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah pun diperkenalkan sebentar tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kebenaran mahkamah untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Yeah.
My lady, with your ladyship's permission, I will briefly highlight the petitioner's family and education background. The petitioner was born on the 22nd January 1994 in Muar, and he is my second child out of 3 children that I have. The petitioner was a student in Malacca High School and later on read law at University Technology Mara, Shah Alam. Upon graduating, the petitioner had the privilege of completing his pupillage at Messrs. K.Y. Sim and Co. under the tutelage of Mr. Sim Kok Yu. The petitioner is immensely grateful and wishes to take this opportunity to express his gratitude to those exceptional individuals. The petitioner would foremost thank to the most loving mother a son could ever have, Puan Rozana binti Samsudin, for her unconditional love and sacrifice in driving the petitioner to reach this milestone today. To his loving grandmother, Puan Hajah Zainah binti Abu Bakar, who never ceased to support and care for the petitioner. The petitioner would also wish to thank his elder brother, Muhammad Afiq Taqiyuddin, for his wise words of wisdom and who from time to time, again and again, helped the petitioner recover his bearings when the journey was rough. The petitioner is also grateful and thankful to have loving brothers, brother-in-law, sisters, sister-in-law, cousins, loving aunts and uncles for being together with him throughout this journey. The petitioner would also like to thank his master and teacher, Mr. Sim Kok Yu, for his teachings, patience and guidance. The petitioner is honoured to be taken in by a remarkable firm and further guided by Mr. Muhammad Hari bin Dato Ahmad Amizi, Ms. Huang Siu John and his esteemed colleagues. Last but not least, the petitioner would also like to thank his friends and close friends, Gloria Guri, Nabila Alwi and Mukris Mustafa, who are always alongside the petitioner no matter what. My lady, I believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor. All the petitioner's papers are in order and that my learned friends from the relevant bodies mentioned earlier have no objection to this motion. As such, saya dengan rendah dirinya memohon agar Pempetisyen keempat Muhammad Daniel Taqiyuddin bin Roslan diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Tiada bantahan ya Arif?
If it pleases you, my lady, the bar counsel have no objections.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, jawatan kuasa Peguam Selangor tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Baik, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Encik Muhammad Daniel Taqiyuddin bin Ruslan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Encik Muhammad Daniel Taqiyuddin bin Ruslan dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Seterusnya dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon agar Mahkamah Yang Mulia ini untuk membenarkan Pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Silakan Encik Muhammad Daniel Taqiyuddin bin Ruslan. So, saya tidak lihat dia memakai jubah.
Okey.
Boleh kita teruskan dengan Pempetisyen berikutnya. Mana Muhammad Daniel? Sila minta Muhammad Daniel. Baik, saya telah melihat apa itu Muhammad Daniel telah pun memakai jubahnya.
Maaf Yang Arif. Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Baik, boleh kita teruskan dengan Pempetisyen berikutnya.
Pempetisyen kelima WA-18-1537-09-2019 Nalina anak perempuan Satiran.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Nalina Santiran, Pempetisyen kelima.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Rebecca Jainti Selvaraj, Peguam Pengusul mewakili pihak Pempetisyen Nalina Sandiran pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili Yang Berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur adalah seperti mana yang telah diperkenalkan awal tadi Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan ucapan saya seterusnya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Yeah.
Much obliged, my lady. My lady, may I introduce the petitioner Nalina Sandiran. The petitioner was born in Petaling Jaya in 1996, the firstborn of Mr. Sandiran Velu and Madam Leela. She was raised in Teluk Intan, a small town in Perak, and received her education at Convent Teluk Intan. Whilst at the Selangor Matriculation College, the petitioner, like every young person, was faced with the challenge of identifying something meaningful to pursue. During that period of introspection, the petitioner found herself being immensely fascinated by how the law appeared to touch every facet of our lives, where even the simple act of buying groceries sees the birth of a contract. It must also be mentioned that the petitioner's father, Mr. Sandiran, who is a great inspiration to the petitioner, also practices law. Growing up, The petitioner not only bore witness to the countless lives her father touched through his service, but also the hard-hitting realities of the profession. Eventually, her academic curiosity led the petitioner to read law at the National University of Malaysia, graduating with a first-class honours and being awarded the prestigious Anugerah Pelajaran Diraja for the 2019 graduating cohort, one of only 2 recipients for that year, Yang Arif. The petitioner then commenced her pupillage at Christopher and Lee Ong under the tutelage of my learned friend, Ms. Rubini Murugesan. My lady, the petitioner, like all of us here, is starkly aware that the start of this year, 2020, saw the world grappling with unprecedented challenge. The same challenge which now sees the petitioner hoping to be admitted to this legal fraternity via an online ceremony, something unthinkable only just a few months ago. It is not amiss to the petitioner that this pandemic has affected everyone, but most significantly our most marginalized communities. The petitioner remarks that the increasing number of people she notices who find their beds on the streets of Kuala Lumpur every day on her walk to office is her daily reminder that there is so much more to be done. And the work cannot stop until we live in a more just and equitable society. As legally qualified professionals, the petitioner understands that we have the power and responsibility in our hands to effect change. As such, the petitioner makes a solemn dedication that justice ought always to be her true north. The petitioner has impressed upon me to thank the following people, without whom she would not be here today. Firstly, her parents for loving her unconditionally and giving her wings so that she may one day take flight. Her siblings for their empathy and honesty. Her master, Ms. Rubini Murugesan, for her generosity and kindness. The petitioner is truly grateful to have found such a delightful role model in her master. Her closest friends who have been there for her through thick and thin, and for whom the petitioner's affection knows no bounds. The petitioner wishes to name a few of them today: Prashanna, Pravin, Sarika, Tanisha, Jaslyn, Kelly, Dalini, and Kales. And finally, she wishes to thank her fellow colleagues, teachers, lecturers, mentors, and relatives for their unwavering encouragement. Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa segala dokumen dan surat cara pempetisyen adalah lengkap dan teratur, dan pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976. Saya juga percaya bahawa tiada bantahan daripada rakan-rakan bijaksana saya dari Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Negara dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur, Yang Arif.
Tiada bantahan ya, Arif?
Please assume, my lady. The Bar Council have no objections.
Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Yang Arif, maka saya dengan rendah diri memohon kepada Mahkamah yang mulia ini agar pempetisyen Nalina Sandiran diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Cik Nalina anak perempuan Satiran sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Cik Nalina anak perempuan Satiran dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Yang Arif, saya juga turut memohon agar pempetisyen dengan izin Mahkamah yang mulia ini dibenarkan untuk menyarung jubah beliaunya sendiri.
Silakan Cik Nalina anak perempuan Satiran.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Pempetisyen ke-6, WA-18-2107-12-2019 Engkaman.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Engkaman, Pempetisyen ke-6.
Dengan izin Ya Arif. Nama saya Louis Ambrose, hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen Engkaman. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili Yang Berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur telah pun diperkenalkan pada Yang Arif sebelum ini. Dengan izin Ya Arif, saya memohon kebenaran Mahkamah untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya.
If it so pleases Your Ladyship, may I introduce your petitioner? My lady, your petitioner Eng Kaman was born in Kuala Lumpur and is the eldest child of Mr. Eng Hong Meng and Madam Yap Pui San. Your petitioner had her early education in SJK China, Ong Pong Ampang, before continuing her secondary education in Kuan Ching High School. Thereafter, your petitioner undertook her pre-tertiary A-levels before proceeding to read law externally at the University of London, where she graduated with a second-class honours upper division. During her undergraduate studies, your petitioner received various scholarships, including the Jim Stevens Scholarship for being amongst the highest achievers in Malaysia for the LLB Year 1 studies, and had received book prizes in the subject of company law, civil law, and criminal procedure, criminal law, common law reasoning, and institution. Your petitioner would like to take this opportunity to thank all her lecturers at the ATC School of Law for imparting their knowledge and guidance. Your petitioner then completed her certificate in legal practice in 2019. Given your petitioner's outstanding performance in her undergraduate studies, your petitioner was awarded the annual Shern Delamore Scholarship, which was given was given the opportunity to commence a pupillage in Mrs. Shern Delamore in the chambers of Putri Nur Shariza Nordin. My lady, on this memorable day, your petitioner would like to record her utmost appreciation to her parents, her sister Eng Kai, her grandmother Madam Yap Kiao, for their continuous support in her journey pursuing your petitioner's dream. Your petitioner is blessed to have them always by her side, especially so when the path ahead was challenging. She thanks them for all guidance, support, love, and care. My lady, your petitioner would also like to thank her pupil master, Shariza Nordin, for her guidance throughout her pupillage. Your petitioner wishes to thank the associates in Shern Delamore, and in particular, Zhen Pek, Chia An, Wei Zhen, and Yuan Yao for their willingness to guide and teach her. And not to forget Mr. Jimmy Liu and Ms. Wong, who gave her valuable advice and support on her career path. Your petitioner would also like to express her gratitude to her fellow pupil mates, Yvonne Chong and Ko Wai Jun, as well as her college mates, Jean, Annie, Seaman, Wei Min, and Jessie, for always being there during her pupillage through tough times at work and in law school. Last but not least, my lady, your petitioner would like to thank her bosses and colleagues in Mrs. Alba and Partners, particularly Datin Sit Hui Ping, Cassie Nubiaya, Derek, and Anne Yi for giving her the opportunity to commence her legal career in Mrs. Alba and Partners. She appreciates all the guidance and assistance tendered by them and vows to work hard to achieve her dream as a successful corporate lawyer. Yang Arif, saya percaya semua surat cara Pempetisyen adalah lengkap dan teratur. Saya juga sesungguhnya percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan menurut Akta Profesi Undang-Undang 1976 dan bahawa rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili semua badan-badan yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai sebarang bantahan. Oleh yang demikian, saya dengan rendah diri memohon suatu perintah agar Pempetisyen dapat diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Bagi pihak Peguam Negara, tiada bantahannya, Arif.
My lady, I've known the petitioner's father, Mr. Eng Hong Meng, for many years. With parenthood like a father and under the guidance of a master, she is indeed a fit and proper person. The bar have no objections. Much obliged.
Yang Arif, jawatan kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan. Yang Arif.
Baik, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Cik Eng Kaman sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Cik Eng Kaman dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Much obliged, my lady. Saya juga memohon kebenaran Mahkamah Yang Mulia ini untuk membenarkan Pempetisyen untuk menyarungkan jubahnya sendiri.
Silakan Cik Eng Kaman.
Much obliged, my lady.
Much obliged, my lady.
Pempetisyen ketujuh WA-18-2123-12-2019 Nurul Afikah binti Muhammad Syukri.
Yang izin Yang Arif, saya Nurul Afikah binti Muhammad Syukri, Pempetisyen ke-7.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Wilson Ho Shin Lek, Peguam Pengusul bagi pihak Pempetisyen ke-7, Nurul Afikah binti Muhammad Syukri. Bersama saya adalah rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili pihak yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Negara dan Jawatan Kuasa Majlis Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah pun diperkenalkan tadi. Yang Arif, izinkan saya untuk perkenalkan terlebih dahulu latar belakang Pempetisyen. Pempetisyen dilahirkan pada 16 September 1996 di Kota Baru, Kelantan dan merupakan zuriat pertama kepada pasangan Encik Muhammad Syukri bin Navi dan Puan Cik Fakihah binti Cik Hamid. Pempetisyen memulakan pendidikan awal di Sekolah Kebangsaan Mulong 2 dan meneruskan pendidikan Mahad Muhammadi Perempuan Kota Baru. Pada tahun 2014, Pempetisyen telah diterima masuk ke program asasi undang-undang di Universiti Teknologi Mara ataupun UiTM di Kuantan dan kemudiannya menyambung pengajian peringkat ijazah sarjana muda undang-undang kepujian di UiTM Shah Alam selama 4 tahun sebelum beliau berjaya menamatkan pengajiannya pada Ogos 2019. Pempetisyen kemudiannya telah memulakan latihan dalam KAMA pada Disember 2019 di Tetuan Asman Davidson & Co. di bawah pengajaran rakan bijaksana saya, Encik Kenny Chan Yu Hong berserta dengan bimbingan Encik Ikram bin Zulkifli pada September 2020 yang lalu. Pempetisyen telah berjaya menyempurnakan latihannya selama 9 bulan. Pada hari yang bermakna ini, Pempetisyen melafazkan setinggi-tinggi kesyukuran pada Yang Esa yang telah mengizinkan kesemuanya. Pempetisyen ingin mengucapkan terima kasih yang tidak terhingga kepada kedua-dua ibu bapanya, Encik Muhammad Syukri dan Puan Cik Fakihah untuk segala kasih sayang, didikan, sokongan, kepercayaan dan doa yang tidak pernah putus dari awal sehingga ke hari ini. Jasa dan pengorbanan mereka akan dikenang sepanjang hayat Pempetisyen. Tidak dilupakan juga buat adik-adik Pempetisyen iaitu Muhammad Amir Syami dan Nuraifa Insyira serta ke seluruh ahli keluarga Haji Hamid dan Haji Navi. Terima kasih diucapkan untuk semuanya. Pempetisyen juga merakamkan ucapan penghargaan buat pengajar Pempetisyen Encik Kenny Chan yang sentiasa mengajar dan membimbing Pempetisyen serta memudahkan urusan Pempetisyen sepanjang tempoh latihannya. Ucapan terima kasih juga dibuat kepada Encik Ikram bin Zulkifli, rakan-rakan bersama latihan dalam KAMA dan seluruh warga kerja Asman Davidson & Co. atas segala tunjuk ajar dan sokongan terhadap Pempetisyen selama Pempetisyen di firma tersebut. Penghargaan juga dipanjangkan buat sahabat-sahabat baik Pempetisyen di sekolah menengah, rakan-rakan kesayangan di universiti, keluarga dibat UiTM dan keluarga PBSM Cawangan Kelantan atas kesemua sokongan, bantuan dan bimbingan kepada Pempetisyen selama ini. Jutaan terima kasih buat setiap individu dalam hidup Pempetisyen yang menjadikan siapa Pempetisyen pada hari ini. Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah sesuai dan layak untuk diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Semua surat cara dan dokumen Pempetisyen adalah sempurna dan teratur. Saya juga sesungguhnya percaya bahawa Pempetisyen dan saya percaya bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana saya dari badan-badan berkenaan tiada bantahan. Oleh yang demikian, saya dengan rendah dirinya memohon suatu perintah agar Pempetisyen Nurul Afika binti Muhammad Sukri diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Tiada bantahan dari pihak Peguam Negara, ya Arif?
If it pleases you, my lady, the Bar Council have no objections.
Yang Arif, jawatan kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Cik Nurul Afikah binti Muhammad Sukri sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Cik Nurul Afikah binti Muhammad Sukri dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Yang Arif, saya memohon izin untuk Pempetisyen menyarungkan jubahnya sendiri.
Silakan Cik Nurul Afikah binti Muhammad Sukri.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Dengan ini, saya menjemput Yang Ahli Hakim untuk memberikan ucapan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And still good morning. Puan Arina Azmir binti Ahmad Marzuki, representative of the Attorney General Chambers. Mr. Alex Chang Hui Wah, representative of the Malaysian Bar Council. Mr. Ui Jia Liang, representative of the Kuala Lumpur and Selangor Bar Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Malaysian Judiciary, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all petitioners on your admission as advocates and solicitors of the High Court of Malaya. You have come to the final chapter in achieving your ambition. It is time for you to be prepared to face all the challenges and bittersweet of this profession. I would also like to congratulate your parents and your loved ones who have sacrificed a lot to get you to where you are today. Congratulations to the masters who had willingly and diligently shared their legal knowledge during the 9 months of pupillage period to all petitioners on the reality of this profession. I believe the petitioners are also taught about the do and the don'ts of this profession. Not to forget to all family members and friends who have been giving unwavering support to all petitioners throughout the journey. Ladies and gentlemen, today marks history not only for the petitioners who are admitted and enrolled as advocates and solicitors of the High Court of Malaya, but also for the Malaysian judiciary in conducting these momentous proceedings virtually. This is an initiative by the Malaysian judiciary to ensure that the petitioners are able to continue their careers in the legal fraternity. This is the new norm that is to be adapted by all parties in facing the COVID-19 pandemic. The legal profession is a noble and respected profession. Since the beginning of civilized nation until today, this profession has been given great trust in their roles and responsibilities in implementing and upholding justice. Undoubtedly, this field has obstacles and challenges for its practitioners, especially during this period where the whole world is fighting the COVID-19 outbreak, which impacting the world's economy, including the legal profession in Malaysia. As such, it can be said that the current situation shows that the average young lawyers will face the challenges of a competitive job market. Be that as it may, I believe that no matter what challenges and obstacles arises, it will not be a hindrance for this profession to continuously grow, and the services of the practitioners are still needed. In addition, the COVID-19 pandemic has also changed the lifestyle and method of communication to a new norm that needs to be practiced from now on. In the context of the legal field in Malaysia, most cases are now being conducted online in response to the government's call to curb the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. So therefore, we have to ensure that we are well equipped to face whatever obstacle that may occur, especially in empowering knowledge and skill regarding information technology. One of the fundamental responsibilities of an advocate is to maintain the highest professional standard of integrity and competence at all times. In order to succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure. It takes years of experience to a skillful advocate. Continuous professional developments and education can only enhance our legal competence. Spend your time in your initial years in the bar developing your advocacy skills. Technology has also transformed the practice of law. Whether you like it or not, lawyers must be proficient in a wide range of technology platforms. I would like to emphasize that it is not just the intellectual skill that comes with work at the bar, but also the integrity which should be inherent in lawyers as officers of the court. On a daily basis, in the functioning of the courts, the legal profession plays a pivotal role. For a lawyer not only carries his professional duties he is trained for towards his client, he also assumes a role in safeguarding the sanctity of the legal system, for to do otherwise would be detrimental to its proper functioning. As Fali Nariman, the renowned jurist, stated, if an independent judiciary is the backbone of the rule of law, as it has been often described, then an independent legal profession is the catalyst that helps achieve it. Lawyers, as guardian of the law, play a vital role in the preservation of society. The fulfillment of this role requires an understanding by lawyers of their relationship with and function in our legal system. They are first and foremost officers of the court. This is a role of paramount importance within the justice system because they assist the court to arrive at a just decision. It is the lawyer who sets out the factual basis for a dispute, the complaint of his client, who conducts the trial in accordance with the principles of natural justice, and significantly provides guidance to the court in relation to the law. In undertaking these duties, a lawyer's primary and overriding duty is owed to the court. It is therefore of fundamental importance for lawyers to comprehend and accept that while they are agents for their clients who pay them for the work they undertake, their cardinal duty is to ensure that their presentation of their client's case and the law is honest, relevant, and of sufficient competence to assist the court. In short, lawyers are constrained to maintain the highest standards of ethical conduct. If they fail to abide by these fundamental duties, there is a direct and immediate consequence, namely that the administration of justice is undermined. Observe the ethics and legal responsibilities in order to instill public confidence towards this profession. In all cases, it is a shared responsibility between the bar and the judiciary to uphold the rule of law and to ensure that the justice system is served in transparent and fair manner. I am confident that you will strive to achieve distinction in the pursuit of your career, and towards this cause, Be respectful of the bench, the bar, your clients, adversaries in court, and everyone that you come into contact with. Mutual respect must be maintained and observed. Last but not least, be a lawyer who is dedicated, full of integrity, ethical and high discipline, and strive to improve skills and knowledge in this profession for the better future, not only for the petitioners, but also this profession. And thank you. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And thank you to everyone.
Sila bersedia untuk sesi